Welcome Emerson students to WEMS Broadcasting Corsello Edition. My name is Jackie F.
And my name is Maria M. Today is February 2nd, 2018. We will be covering a variety of current topics, including bee endangerment, gun control, underage vaping, and the spectacular Christmas light show in Park Ridge.
I wonder what life would be without insects such as bees. Let's find out how the environment would be without bees.
Let's get buzzy with Team Red.
There's mine.
Hello, this is Taylor and Madeline here with Miss Swain, our Bulldog Corps teacher. How are you today, Miss Swain?
You know what, I'm wonderful, and thank you for asking me to be here.
Great, so let's get started with some basic questions about bees.
What is the main reason bees are dying?
You know, there's several reasons, as we talked about last year, but the big one is that they think are pesticides and colony collapse, which cause colony collapse disorder.
Why do you think this started to become a problem?
Because the pesticides were, people use them in their gardens, and also people stopped, weeds attract bees, and people stopped planting the flowers that attract bees.
What do bees do to help us?
They pollinate literally almost everything that produces a seed. And because they're pollinators, all of our food or through the food chain gets to us.
What is being done to help the bees?
Well, they're starting to regulate pesticides, and they're encouraging people not to use them. And they're also telling people that plant bee-friendly plants around their house. And that's salt and water, or sugar and water, and that will help them also get their drink that they need.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
We asked the students of 8th grade, do you think bee endangerment is a problem? 67.7% said yes, 26% said maybe, and the rest said no. Also asked our fellow classmates, is there something humans can do to help the bees? 50% said yes, 39.6% said maybe. The rest of us said other things like I don't know, no idea, or probably.
Since 1990, the bee population has dropped dramatically by 90%. Wow, that's a lot. We better get busy and help the bees out.
Hello, this is Taylor from the Red Group. You can help bees by planting bee gardens in your yard or even in your local garden. You can also recycle, which prevents climate change and will help the bee in their natural territory. Another way you can support our bees is by becoming a beekeeper. You can help save the bees if you keep them safe and just raise them properly and let them free when you're done raising them, which will help the population of healthy bees and makes even more bees. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please join us next time.
I'm gonna make sure to tell my parents not to spray chemicals in our yard because that's a part of the reason why bees are dying.
While you're speaking to your parents, you should ask them on what their thoughts are about our next topic, gun control. Here's to our news group Orange.
In the past 10 years, at least 45 school shootings, 11,000 deaths, and 345 mass shootings took place in the past year. This leads many Americans to ask, how are federal gun laws protecting us? To answer this, we recently conducted research and surveyed 8th graders at Emerson Middle School about gun control. But first, let's see what Officer Flake has to say about it.
Hi, this is the Orange Team News Team. We're here with Officer Flake interviewing about gun control and gun control questions.
How are you?
Good. So, jumping right in, our first question is, how do current day gun laws affect society?
Well, current laws, there's a lot of gun laws on the books right now. Obviously, there's a lot of crime, especially in big cities. So the question is with all these gun laws on the books, has it been effective? And many people would argue that it has not been effective because of the increase in the amount of shootings and violent crimes.
Do you think that there are any other ways of controlling gun laws without having stricter laws?
Well, that's a great question. So there's a lot of laws on the books right now, and oftentimes laws are created after a big event, like a mass shooting or a school shooting, or people are very emotional, and they obviously want to create laws to respond to that, especially politicians, because they want to answer to their constituents. But the fact of the matter is that there's so many gun laws on the books right now, none of which are being either enforced or prosecuted. So the real answer to that question is, I don't feel we need many more laws, we just need to hold more people accountable for the laws that are in place right now.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of good information. Thank you so much for coming in and answering some of our questions. And that's all we have for today with Orange News Team for broadcasting class with Ms. Corsello. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Flake, for your help in answering our questions. In 2012, there were 1.2 million violent crimes, including robbery and aggravated assault scenarios, in which using a gun would be considered self-defense. But out of these 1.2 million crimes, only 259 gun owners protected themselves using guns, while 20,666 suicides, 9,342 homicides, and 548 fatal unintentional shootings were caused by a gun, but yet many argue gun control will not lessen the effects, including 38.6% of Emerson 8th graders, even though 33% of American households, while 37% of Emerson 8th graders have guns or family members who own guns. Well, out of 300 million firearms in the United States owned by these individuals, 232,000 guns are stolen every year out of 300 million firearms in the United States. That's a gun stolen every 2 minutes. These guns are falling into the hands of criminals who haven't had background checks and may even have mental illness. Although Chicago is a city full of gun violence, is seeing lower homicide rates as gun control laws become more strict. Although if you think today's gun laws are too strict or too lenient, you have a voice and you can voice these concerns to our state representatives and make a change. And now back to our anchors.
Now for our 10-second trivia.
Even though we aren't able to vote yet, we can still stay informed about gun control policy. Here's another topic that we can talk to our parents about since they are able to vote.
Not only do you have to be 18 to vote or to buy a gun, you also have to be 18 to purchase vaping products. Let's turn to News Team Purple to learn more about underage vaping.
How does vaping affect kids under 18?
Hello, Officer Hernandez. My name is Luke. I am an 8th grader here at Emerson Middle School. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure, Luke. My name is Officer Hernandez. I'm a police officer here in Niles. I've been a police officer since 2006, and I currently work in the schools.
That's nice. Where you worked in the Niles Department, like you just said, do you have any issues with underage vaping?
We're starting to see it pop up a little bit more frequently as far as that happening. So, yeah.
Do you ever arrest people, like kids underage vaping, like if you see them just walking down the street or in cars?
Yeah, if we see underage kids, we won't bring them into the station and make an arrest, but we do issue public ordinance tickets. So basically a ticket where they would have to go to court with one of their parents, and from there the judge would issue some sort of either community service or fines, or maybe some classes, to educate them on the severity of it.
So would that be on like the parents' decision on making them go to classes, or would the judge have to decide?
The judge would have to decide.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't seem like the parents have any issue of going and helping their kid out.
No. We typically see they want the best thing for their child also,
right.
So we typically see them get on board with whatever the judge's decision is.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why do you think kids are drawn to vaping?
I think right now the big thing we're dealing with, and this goes with kids at all teenagers,
right.
Going through, but just impulsivity. We see that quite a bit, and a lot of people think that vaping itself is harmless, and we just don't know that to be true at this point. It is brand new. It is something that just recently came around, and it's becoming more and more popular, and it's being advertised as harmless, which is the scary part. And we really won't know, what's going to happen to these people, these guinea pigs, this first generation here, for another 15, 20 years. So it's a little scary.
And do you think that the store owners are selling these vapes underage to kids that they know that they're selling them?
I think there are some stores that are probably doing that, but at the same time, we do sting operations at these stores that sell these vape stores, and also in these stores that sell cigarettes. So we'll check and bring underage kids that are with us, and we'll try to get them to purchase underage. So we'll check up on that, and if it's something that they're doing, then they're not going to have a license to sell that stuff anymore in their house.
Seems like you know a lot about this topic here. Thank you for coming in today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this outbreak on teens is incredible, and what this has turned into. And like you said earlier, 60s or 70s, these people smoking, they didn't know anything about it. Now vaping, people say it's harmless, but like you said, we have to see in 15 to 20 years.
Right, exactly right.
So thank you for coming in today, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hernandez.
No problem.
We surveyed some students at Emerson Middle School, and here are the results.
It's here, 35% of the people said that vaping is not healthier than smoking, and 65% of the people said it is healthier. 18.2% people said vaping is healthy, and 81.8% said it's not. 36.6% of people said they haven't seen underage vaping, and 63.4% people have said they've seen underage vaping. No. 95.6% of people said they have never vaped, and 5 people said they have, and the rest said other.
Okay, guys, as you can see here, my boy, Timmy, we're cute children, right? It is not good for us to vape. Underage vaping is horrible for people underage and overage. Just underage is just worse. Okay, guys, please do not vape. Do not everything. As the thing is, stay golden, everyone. Let's get out of the news, everybody. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was pretty heavy.
Turn that frown upside down. Let's go talk about the Christmas Light House in Park Ridge with Team Blue.
Hi Emerson, it's Rachel S. and Audrey P. And we are here on the site of Angle Boulevard and Belle Plaine Avenue. The Grusecki's have set up their annual light display. Their display consists of over 200,000 lights and signs. The programming for the lights to synchronize with the music takes between 4 and 5 months.
The Grusecki's raise money for a foundation every year. This year's foundation was the St. Baldrick's Foundation, which helped out a kid named Benny Martinez that is battling cancer in our neighborhood.
Many people in our community love going to see the lights every year. Now you may be wondering if the neighbors get annoyed by the amount of people around the house, but surprisingly they don't seem to mind it at all. However, they do ask for people to not park in their driveways and be respectful of their property.
The lights are kept up for 30 days, but the lights were surprisingly not lit up this year on Christmas Eve. Every year they set up a goal on how much money they would like to raise for the chosen foundation. This year, their goal was to raise $50,000, but they ended up raising over $100,000 for the St. Baldrick's Foundation.
We conducted a survey to see how Emerson students feel about the house. Here's an overview of the results of that survey with Julia G.
The survey we conducted asked questions about the Park Ridge Christmas house. Here are our results. 62.6% of 8th grade Emerson students said that they've seen the house. 62.1% said that they've heard of St. Baldrick's Foundation. 81.1% did not donate to the foundation through the house, and less than half of the 8th graders have never heard of Benny's fight against cancer. More than half of the 8th grade students said that they enjoyed seeing the lights and hearing the music's soundtrack. A small percent of the 8th grade said that they do not like the themes that go along with the house. This year's theme was Beauty and the Beast, and a little less than half of 8th graders said that they liked the theme.
Have you ever visited the Christmas light display house in Park Ridge?
I have never.
Do you go every year?
No.
Who do you normally go with?
I unfortunately am alone every time.
Have you heard about their different displays they put on every year? Have you seen the news reports that were done on the house?
Yes.
Have you ever donated money to the different charities they support each year?
No.
Are you looking forward to this year's upcoming display?
Yes, always. It's always a nice treat to see the lights that they have put on and the festivities that abound at that location.
Do you plan on visiting this house in the future?
Is it still going? Really?
Really?
Field trip! Woo!
Thanks for your time.
You're kind of
Next December, make sure you check out the Christmas light display at the corner of Angle and Belle Plaine in Park Ridge. Make sure you make a donation. The money goes to a good cause.
Speaking of good causes, I'm feeling inspired to have an important conversation with everyone I know who is old enough to vote about protecting our bee population, gun legislation, and stronger enforcement of vaping laws.
Well, that's all for today.
Thanks for joining us on WEMS Broadcasting Corsello Edition.
Bye.
Bye.